When you're using Immersive Reader, whether in OneNote or in Word online, you get to it by clicking on the View tab in your ribbon and then clicking on the Immersive Reader button. Right now we're only going to look at the first of the three tabs here. As you hover over them, you can see there's text preferences, grammar options, and reading preferences. We're just going to look at text preferences right now. This has to do with all of the visual elements and kind of relates to the fact that not everybody who has a reading difficulty has a decoding issue, that there are a lot of visual components to reading as well. So you can incrementally change the text size, or there's a toggle switch on and off to change the spacing. For a lot of students, the spacing makes a bigger difference than the text size. So when you think of reduce visual clutter, which is on many IEPs, just by going into Immersive Reader, you reduce visual clutter by removing all of the toolbars, but increasing spacing does that as well. Calibri, Sitka, and Comic Sans are considered fairly simple fonts, but both Calibri and Sitka make A's like this and make G's like this. So Comic Sans is the one on the list that actually makes A's the way students do and G's the way they do. In addition, you also have different themes. So there's the standard black text on white background, but you can also switch to night or dark mode, which you're probably familiar with on your cell phone or Kindle, and so it has a white text on a black background. These next few colors are what are known as Erlen Colors. You can go to erlen.org if you're not familiar with them, and most people aren't, but you may have seen a student with a colored transparency on our page, and this is the digital version of that. So Erlen Colors have decades of research about the way they help students with different disabilities focus and comprehend more of the text. And then there's a whole series of additional colors that are just sort of pretty pastels that are for student preference. Okay, so that's the Text Preferences tab.